Hogwarts is a castle defined by its magic. It's filled with moving staircases, enchanted ceilings, and ghosts that roam the corridors. But lurking in the shadows of this magical sanctuary is a man who cannot cast a single spell. Argus Filch is one of the most consistent fixtures in the Harry Potter universe. He's the roaming caretaker, the bitter disciplinarian, and a constant thorn in the side of every student who walks through those oak front doors. But who is he, really? Where did he come from, and how does a man with absolutely no magical ability end up policing the most prestigious school of witchcraft and wizardry in the world? Today, we're stepping into the Pensieve to look at the complete, in-universe story of Argus Filch. We're going to break down the strict reality of what it means to be a Squib, examine how he actually maintained control of the castle, and explain the dark truth of a life spent entirely in the shadow of magic. To understand Argus Filch's story, we have to start with his bloodline. Filch is a Squib. In the wizarding world, a Squib is the exact opposite of a Muggle-born. They are born to at least one magical parent, entirely immersed in the wizarding world from birth, but they possess absolutely no magical ability of their own. It's an incredibly rare genetic anomaly, and in wizarding society it carries a heavy unspoken stigma. Pureblood families often view Squibs as a mark of shame. They're routinely hidden away, disowned, or encouraged to quietly integrate into the Muggle world where they can function quote-unquote normally. But Argus Filch didn't leave. We don't know the exact details of Filch's parentage, but his deep-seated prejudice and traditionalist views, specifically in his later alignment with pureblood supremacists and Dolores Umbridge, suggest he likely came from an old traditional magical family. Instead of leaving for the Muggle world, Filch stayed. He instead took the position of caretaker at Hogwarts, choosing to live his entire life surrounded by the very power he was genetically denied. So how does a man with no magic police a castle full of wizards? He relies on sheer, exhaustive knowledge and an intense culture of fear. Before the Marauders map was created, Argus Filch knew the secret passages and hidden architecture of Hogwarts better than almost anyone alive. He couldn't use a revealing charm, so he memorized the physical layout of a massive 7-story Scottish castle. But his most vital asset wasn't a spell, it was Mrs. Norris. In the text, Mrs. Norris isn't a magical creature like a Kniezel. It has been confirmed that she is simply a highly intelligent, ordinary cat. But the bond between Filch and Mrs. Norris borders on the supernatural. She acts as his proxy. If a student steps out of line on the 3rd floor, Mrs. Norris will find them, and within seconds Filch will emerge from the shadows. Filch's office is a testament to his methods. It's windowless, lit by a single oil lamp, and smells of fried fish. On the walls he keeps highly polished chains and manacles. He's a man who craves the physical, medieval punishments of the past, specifically because those punishments didn't require a wand. If he's allowed to hang a student by their thumbs in the dungeon, he finally has power over them. Despite his aggressive, authoritarian exterior, the books reveal a quiet, desperate reality about his day-to-day life. In his 2nd year, Harry Potter ends up inside Filch's office and spots a purple envelope on the caretaker's desk. It's a Kwikspell letter. Kwikspell is a correspondence course designed for Squibs and underperforming wizards. It's essentially the wizarding equivalent of a late-night infomercial scam, promising to unlock magical abilities through basic repetitive exercises. Filch was actively trying to teach himself magic. He's lived his entire adult life watching 11-year-olds easily banish dirt, while he's forced to scrub the stone floors with a bucket and a mop. The Kwikspell letter proves that Filch hasn't accepted his lot in life. Even in his old age, he's still desperately grasping at the impossible hope that he might one day become a true wizard. When Harry discovers this, Filch is terrified, showing a rare moment of sheer vulnerability before immediately reverting to rage. The true nature of Argus Filch is fully exposed during Harry's 5th year at Hogwarts, when Dolores Umbridge takes over the school. For decades, Albus Dumbledore restrained Filch. Dumbledore gave him the job, but explicitly forbade him from physically harming the students. When Umbridge arrived, she took the leash off. Filch aligned himself entirely with the Ministry. He became the eager enforcer for the Inquisitorial Squad. He wasn't just following orders, he reveled in them. When Umbridge issued the Educational Decree No. 29, giving Filch the legal right to use whipping as a punishment, he openly wept with joy. This era proved that Filch isn't just a misunderstood outcast. When given authority, he is a willing tyrant. Yet his story ends in a bizarre, cyclical reality. During the Battle of Hogwarts, as Death Eaters breach the walls and the school descends into absolute warfare, Filch's primary concern is that the students are out of bed. However, he's ultimately tasked by Professor McGonagall with helping to evacuate younger students through the Room of Requirement. And when the dust settles and Voldemort is dead, we see Argus Filch doing the only thing he knows how to do. He's sweeping up the rubble of a destroyed magical castle with a mundane, ordinary broom. The life of Argus Filch is a stark reminder of the harsh realities of the wizarding world. He wasn't a Death Eater, and he wasn't a hero. He was a man who lived his entire existence on the absolute fringes of a society that had no place for him. He channeled a lifetime of powerlessness into a bitter, lifelong war against the students of Hogwarts, armed with nothing but a mop, a cat, and a desperate desire for control. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. How do you view the history of Argus Filch? If you want to keep exploring the hidden stories and dark truths of this world with me, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you the next time we step into the Pensieve. Take care of yourselves. Mischief managed.